welcome to PUKE. I was in the middle of doing my sprinklers yesterday, and my wife came out on the deck and said, you don't want to hear this, but the dryer is not drying anymore. So I decided to stop doing yard work. I'd been out there all day anyway. It's kind of tired. So did yard work, or I finished cleaning up yard work, came in, and started diagnosing the dryer, and we'll go through some of the stuff I did and what I ended up doing to fix it. Okay, before we get started, I will say, if you don't have one of these, get yourself one of these. They're awesome. They do low light, they do red light, they do spotlight, but they work great when you got to use your hands and need light. Just stick it on your head. But one thing you do need to do is, before you start, you got to come back here behind your dryer and give this big fat cable a couple yanks and unplug it so you don't electrocute yourself. Unplug it and then we can get started. So we have Kenmore HE4 and all dryers, all washers. They're all different, but this particular one, the dryers have a whole bunch of different sensors and thermostats and controllers to do certain things, and if one of them stops working, then other parts stop working. So for this particular model, all you got to do is I just lift it up a little bit. I got to get it away from the thing. So I'm doing this one-handed too, by the way. Kind of lift it, and I'm going to set my camera down like that. Because I've got a tray to catch the water. So I lift it, get it out of the tray, and down underneath here you can see there's a little 1/4 inch bolt there and there. So you take those out, and you can take this panel off. Okay, just get down here. And that one is already coming off here. And then we got this one over here. So those two bolts go, and this whole bottom pan comes off. Kind of noisy, but then what you have is you have all of your, like your blower, your motor, and your heating element. The heating element is behind this cover, and then along the side you can see there's, for the heating element, there's another one right there that's a thermostat, and there's another one in the back that's a thermostat, and these guys are thermostats over here. So you have a bunch of different thermostats that run these things, but we're going to take this plate off. That'll allow us to pull out the heating element, and I'm going to go ahead and just, there's a bolt right here and then a bolt right up there. You can kind of see that you got to take out, so I'll take those out, get that plate off, and that'll give us access to the heating element. Okay, so it just has a little hook right there, that little slot guy goes in. So that's out, and that gives us access to the heating element. I'm just going to pull this thing out. Before you disconnect anything, you need to make sure that you remember where they plug in. Take pictures, write them down, whatever you need to do to make sure you know what goes where. Okay, so I've got the heating element out. And these are the two sensors. And what you need to do is just test them for continuity and make sure that there aren't any breaks in internal, or there aren't any breaks in the heating element here. So the heating element, you just unscrew this screw right here. Get that screw out, and then the whole heating element slides out. So I'm gonna get that slid out and show you what it looks like, and show you the different thermostats that could potentially be bad. So I just took all the pieces out. These are just 1/4 inch drives as well, and just unscrew them. This pulls straight out from this, and then these are just on here like this, like that. So, and then this one's on there like that. Just take it off. And what you do is you get a meter reader like this, and you put it in to continuity, so you can check to see if there's a break in the wiring here for this, because this heating element, if it's not fully connected, if there's a break somewhere in the wire, then it won't conduct electricity, it won't heat up. So this could be the main issue. So basically what you do is you touch your leads to both sides of this, and we're getting a beep and a tone, and we're getting numbers there. So there is continuity. It's connected all the way through all that wire. Come over to this one, take your leads, put them on. So that one's still working because we've got connectivity. So this thermostat is still good. And then there's this one. This thermostat is the emergency shutoff or overheat thermostat. So if the system overheats for whatever reason, this one pops and breaks. So we'll test this one. Put our leads on there, and we get nothing. No beep, no numbers. There's no continuity. There's no connectivity. So this guy either went bad or emergency shut off the system because it overheated or something. Now, they say there's a way to reset these. You just bang them on the ground. But where this one is kind of riveted in and not removable from this bracket, it's not really worth it. So what I did is I just ordered basically all of these sensors, these thermostats, and a new coil. Just ordered a whole new kit, and it came in like less than a day. I ordered it last night. It came this morning. So we're gonna put those new ones in. We'll connectivity test all the stuff that we're going to replace. And even though this works and this works, this doesn't, I'm just going to replace it all with new stuff, and then I'll keep these two that still work in case the new ones break at some point. I'll just have them. So the kit that I bought comes with like these thermostat sensors and and other sensors that are deeper in the system that I'm not going to mess with. We'll put these in and we'll see how this works. Okay, so I've got my new heat coil, and this thing just literally slides back into this, and you just push it down in. Try not to push on these wires or on the heating element itself. Push on the brackets here that are on the sides, and you just push that down until it clicks in, and the little screw hole should line up right there. So you can lay that there. Now these are the new ones. I just connected the wires how they should be connected, and just gonna stick those on there, and we'll get them screwed into place, get the bolt or the screw to hold the heating element in place. Just get these started a little bit. So for this particular one, it is top is black, bottom is black. This is red, white, and it goes to the top red, white here. And then there's two reds. One red goes here, and the other red goes here. So we'll have a red there and a red there, and that's fully connected. And then this guy just goes in here just to get it started. And then we'll grab our drill, and these don't have to be like earth-shatteringly tight because it's not a moving part, but it does shake while the dryer's running, so you don't want them just finger tight in there. You want them tight so they'll stay in place. So I'll slide this back in. This particular one has a lip or a little edge at the top, so when you put it in the hole down there, you gotta put it in at an angle and then slide it in and kind of wiggle it around to get it in. So rather than listen to clanging metal and me struggling getting this in, I'll just get it put in real quick. Okay, I got it in. Now we've got this red that needs to get connected back here, like that, and this red that needs to get connected right here. So those are fully connected. There is not a screw hole to screw into for that bracket that's back there in the hole. Even though it had a hole for a screw, there's not one in the sheet metal back there, so nothing to screw in. I did test the continuity on the new ones, and everything tested fine, and everything's working. So now we'll just get this bracket, put it back in, and it just goes there, and this guy lifts up and goes underneath there, like that. And then I'll put in these two screws that I just took out, and then we'll run it before we put the plate on to make sure that it's heating up. Okay, bracket's back on. Everything's in there as it should be. Everything's connected. So I'm just gonna choose a cycle here. Start it. It's gonna be loud, sorry, but we're gonna to see the heating element start to glow. So it is heating now, and it is running as it should. I know it sounds kind of noisy, but we've got those plastic balls in our dryer to help with static electricity, so that's why it's really noisy. I just replaced the rollers on this thing, so it's got brand new rollers back there. I did that a little while ago before I started my YouTube channel, so those were done and those are working great. But this is now fixed. I'll get this panel put on and we'll be done. So I've got the old parts that all work, plus all the extra new parts that they sent in this kit. Kit was on Amazon. It was like $33 or something like that. If you go to the actual Kenmore parts store, that thermostat that I just replaced that was bad, well, all the thermostats, but the one particular one is $46 just for that one. And it's $59 for the heating element. So I got the whole package from Amazon for $31, $33 after tax. I just marked on here all parts work as of 4/26/26. So as of today, all these parts work. And if another part goes out on this dryer, then I've got extra parts that I don't have to order and can put them in. Honestly, don't think that I'll probably ever use any of this, but you never know. Keep it around just in case. So thanks for joining me today on this episode of PUKE. Like I said, it's never ending. If it's not one thing, it's 10 others. So got the dryer fixed. All good. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever, you know. Thanks. We'll catch you on the next one.